public comment, and we have several people, I believe, who are calling in, and we have several people who are in person. The board encourages members of the public to speak to us. As a reminder, the board will not consider testimony on items up for a decision on today's agenda. Speakers will be given 3 minutes to speak and allowed slightly longer at my discretion. Jennifer will keep time and we'll kind of give you a notice at 3 minutes to wrap it up. Don't expect the board members to interact with you after your presentation, although board members may ask questions to clarify a point that has been made. And board members, a reminder, if speakers are addressing items that have closed to public comment, we can hear those comments, but the comments should not be considered in decision-making. Feel free to ask speakers a clarifying question, but because of public notice rules, any deeper discussion with the commenters, staff, or other board members on a topic needs to be brought back as an official agenda item at a future meeting or work session. With that, I'm going to address the folks who are on the call-in first. So Matthew Richardson. Matthew Richardson, are you there?
And they may need to hit, is it star?
Star six. Star six.
Star 6.
Okay. The next one is Bart Baldwin. Mr. Baldwin, are you there? Hit star 6.
Can everybody hear me?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was pouring concrete. This is Bart Baldwin. I own Noah's River Adventures in Ashland. It's our 50th year in operation. And I just wanted to call in. We have we've been working around the jet boats on that particular section. We also operate on numerous other sections of the road that have jet boats, Hellgate, below in the lower road from Foster Bar all the way up to Blossom. We've had a great working relationship with Rogue Jets, or with jet boat companies. They have they know the rules, or kind of the unwritten rules and the written rules. They let us through. They eddy out when we need to come through, when we're not under power. We're a rafting company. We have kayaks as well. They're very courteous. I don't see any safety issue. It's been a really strong relationship on the water and off the water. If there are any issues, they're approachable. They're easy to talk to, and they change things, after a brief discussion, which is different than, I can say, for some of the other bigger outfits on different sections of the road. This particular section is mild, meaning class 2. So there isn't a lot of heavy navigation with the jet boats or the rafts or kayaks. And the safety issue, there's always a safety issue when you're on moving water. For us as well, we have people in kayaks that have never kayaked. We have people in boats that may have never been on uneven ground. And, there's always an issue when you're out there, but this particular scenario is acceptable in our opinion, to the utmost. I don't really see a safety issue involved in a collision or anything like that. I think it's handled very professionally by the rafting company, by the jet boat company, by Rogue Jet Adventures. So that's my opinion on it. We teach rescue schools, we teach boating schools. We're deep into all this, and I really appreciate the relationship that we have with Taylor and Emily and the jet boat operation in that particular section. It's been a nice working relationship compared to what we've had on other sections. And so I guess in my semi-expert opinion, I just don't see a safety issue that's above and beyond any other safety issue on any other stretch of the road.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out and testifying today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Nick Fitzpatrick. Jennifer, do you know? Hello. Can you tell us? Yeah. Okay. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead.
Hi, so my name is Nick Fitzpatrick. I am a firefighter captain in Fire District 4 up in Shady Cove. I run our jet boat rescue program. I'm also an instructor with Oregon State Marine Board, so kudos to those guys that you guys had the challenge coins. I was in person down in Gold Beach this last week, so I got to see a lot of those handed out, which is awesome. So good job there. I also work for the tour boat company, and I've also worked for another tour boat company. And I've attended all the kitchen table meetings. And it's definitely hard seeing a lot of the information that's presented, and somewhat of a lacking of people wanting to listen to what I have to say as far as talking about the safety things. I think by and large, jet boats run the rivers a lot differently than our other recreators as far as floating traffic. So I've heard, oh, it's just a matter of time before a boat kills somebody. The company has a perfect track record running rescues with the fire district. Jet boats are the only thing that are super effective as far as running the rescues. The company just the other day participated in a water rescue. The neighboring fire district, Fire District 3, called out to the company, and one of the captains was able to hop in the boat and run up. And that's not the only one. I have a personal jet boat myself, and I've participated in a lot of rescues, just recreating with my family, not to mention all the stuff I've rescued up on the upper road in the Shady Cove area. So that's mostly all I have to say. I did raft with Noah's River Adventures for 8 years, so I do have quite a bit of whitewater experience and recreating experience, more so than the average person, I would say. But as far as the safety thing goes, it's really a non-issue, especially with how the captains navigate that course. You know, they mentioned blind corners. Those boats never will commit to a corner before making sure the coast is clear and still maintaining the rules of the road and giving downstream traffic the right of way. That's all I have to say, unless you guys have any questions.
Great, thank you for coming out today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I'm gonna go back. Is Matthew Richardson available? Is there anybody else on the phone? Okay, so we're gonna go to our people who are in person here today. First one is Taylor Grimes.
Thank you. Joy, this
Taylor,
You can come up to the table if you want.
okay. We operate a 4-month-a-year seasonal business, so just me getting up here was a feat by itself. So I put it on my talk on my phone. So we operate licensed charter vessels on the Rogue River between Rattlesnake Rapids and the Gold Ray Dam site, and that's on the upper road and part of the kitchen table. Our vessels last year chartered just over 14,000 river users last year. You know, keep in mind, we're a charter service, so those are the actual users in this scenario. The sad thing is, over the last 2 years, our company's been targeted by extreme special interests. They carried out strategized misinformation campaigns, defamation, lies, and now we're dealing with a really interesting one, which is basically collusion with municipality governments. And that has to do with the town of Shady Cove. So the Oregon State Marine Board staff, they've been very aware of many of these things that have taken place, but they're not aware of all of them. The former mayor of Shady Cove, her name was Sherry Tarvin, she threw these misinformers out of her town. They would come to events and she'd throw them out of her town. Now we got a mayor in there that is writing letters to the governor of the state of Oregon, complete lies, misinformation, and he's also colluding with other people that aren't his constituents. And this is all to gain leverage in their quest to eliminate powerboats, period. So that includes our company or powerboats, say, that are on a different section of river. So we trust who we are as a company, that the Marine Board staff report will clearly indicate for the board the situations that have occurred. Maybe you're familiar with some of them, but just enabling you to make a good decision, because our humble opinion is that you just simply can't get awarded a victory based on the actions that have taken place up in our neck of the woods the last 2 years. We're a very professional company, and I just wanted to remind the board that the Rogue River is a multi-use river. And that means exactly what it is. It's a multi-use river. For every multi-use resource, there are many, 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 many other resources that are not multi-use. And that's by design. So, you know, if this minority opposition, you know, they might not like our use, but our use has been on this section of river for well over 60 years. This isn't something new. And so if they happen to not like what's transpiring on a multi-use river, we submit to the board that there are many other resources that they could use that they would be happy to use. So anyway, we thank you. Our county commissioners are for continuing multi-use. Our law enforcement is for continuing multi-use. We are certainly pro multi-use, no changes whatsoever until there's actual proof, substantiating facts, and all that good stuff. So I appreciate the opportunity to come talk to you guys.
Thank you for making the trip up here. We also have Emily Grimes signed to speak.
My name is Emily Grimes, and I'm with Rogue Shepherd Adventures. We adamantly do not support any changes in the uses of the Upper Rogue River where we operate. As a direct target of misinformation campaigns by special interest groups, it is no secret that we are the main reason proposed rulemaking is on the agenda today. Following are some key accomplishments and contributions our business over the past years, which demonstrate our commitment to excellence, environmental stewardship, and community engagement. With 13 years of experience in business, we have established a strong track record of reliability and service excellence. We take pride in our impeccable record of zero insurance claims and zero workable complaints to law enforcement, reflecting our commitment to safety and professionalism. Our proactive approach to addressing concerns is evident in the handling of direct complaints to the Oregon State Marine Board, with very, very few complaints over the last 13 years. We actively contribute to scientific research and river conservation efforts, spending over 30 days on the river just last year, assisting scientific companies in river studies. Our dedication to river user safety on the river was recognized in 2019 when we received the Oregon Life Saving Award. We've been an extension of law enforcement search and rescue over the last decade. A recent example already mentioned, but 2 weeks ago during the July 4th weekend, we received a call asking for assistance in a whitewater rescue, and were able to quickly rescue a man in a life-threatening position well before search and rescue could arrive. Our river cleanup activities through Solve Oregon has a tangible impact, removing 2 to 3 cubic yards of garbage from our tour section and its banks every year. We have played a significant role in the largest riparian project ever performed on the Rogue River, contributing to the removal of non-Indigenous invasive species and the planting of over 7,500 native plants. Through our cultural, historical, and ecological river tours, we educate and inspire thousands of river users annually, sharing the rich history and natural beauty of the Table Rock area. We have developed the Rogue Discovery Park, a 54-acre site for educational and recreational activities along the river's edge, catering to diverse groups and interests. Our dedication to customer satisfaction is reflected in our impressive 4.9 rating on Google, a testament to the quality of our services and experiences. These achievements are a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence, environmental stewardship, and community engagement. We are proud of our contributions and look forward to continuing to serve and enrich our community. The Rogue River needs to remain multi-use with no changes.
Thank you for coming up. And do we have